Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a ceviche style cocktail. This is my way of making it. I know there's a lot of different ways you can make them, but today I'm going to be showing you the way I make it, so let's get started. First step, we're going to take about 4 cups of water and place it in a medium saucepan over medium-high heat. Once it comes to a boil, we're going to add 2 pounds of raw shrimp, and we're going to let it boil until it starts to turn pink. Now that they're done, I'm going to remove them and place them in a dish so they can cool off. Once they're cooled off, we're going to remove the tails. But while we're waiting for that to take place, we're going to start cutting our vegetables. I'm going to start out by cutting my tomato. I'm going to cut it into slices. I'm only going to use one because it's so big. You can use 2 small ones if you like. Now I'm going to cut it into small squares. Once we're done, we're going to place our tomatoes in a large bowl. Now we're going to take 3 cucumbers. We're going to peel them and then slice them and cut them into small squares like we did the tomatoes. Now we're going to put them into the same bowl that we put the tomatoes in. Now we're going to move on to our radishes. I'm going to mince about 10 radishes. This might take a little bit more time because they are so small, but you can use a food processor for this one. We usually do it by hand. Usually when we make this dish, my husband and I sit down and cut the vegetables together, which makes it a lot more fun because then we get to spend time together and talk. Now that they're done, we're going to add it to the same bowl that we have the cucumber and the tomato. Now we're going to mince half of a red onion. If you don't enjoy chopping onions, you might want to use a food processor for this step. Now we're going to add it into the bowl. And now we're going to move on to the last of the vegetables, which is the cilantro. I'm going to mince 1 bundle of cilantro. Now that it's done, we're going to add it to the bowl. Once we add it to the bowl, we're going to give it a good mix. Now we're going to squeeze in our lime juice. I'm going to use about 8 limes. Now that it's done, we're going to give it a good mix. Going to mix it all up, making sure we get all the tomatoes on the bottom. Then we're going to let it sit while we prepare our shrimp. First thing we need to do is we need to remove all the tails from the shrimp. Once all the tails are removed, we're going to take a good handful and chop them into little pieces. We're going to do the same thing to all of them. And once they're all chopped, we're going to add it into the same bowl. Now I'm going to add my avocados. I'm going to open them and remove the core and remove the skin. Then I'm going to chop them into little pieces like I did the cucumber and the tomato. Once they're all chopped, we're going to add it into the same bowl. And then we're going to season with pepper and salt. I did about a tablespoon of each. Then we're going to give it a good mix. Last and final step, I'm going to add 32 ounces of Clamato juice. Once you add it, give it a good mix. And I recommend you cover it and place it in the fridge for at least an hour before you serve it. This is a great dish to serve at parties, get-togethers, or Super Bowl. It is a crowd pleaser for sure. You can serve this on tostadas or scoop it up with chips, just like you see here. You can also add Valentina to give it extra spice. If you like this video and would like to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.